Hi, I'm Annabel Du Boulay, author of the Witch Burnings novel The Serpent's Tale, a feminist sociologist of religion with 35 years of academic research in and lived embodied experience of the Rose, Gnostic, Celtic, and Avalon Grail lineages as both a priestess and mystic. I specialize in peeling back the layers of patriarchal religious appropriation and manipulation of ancient pagan mythology and early Gnostic teachings for the healing and empowerment of women through my Return to the Rose Garden program. My beloved sister, Shireen Oberg, founder of the Law of Positivism, has very kindly invited me to record this series of podcast episodes for you. So I'm going to be guiding you through my Philosophy Wheel of the Year, which forms the foundational framework for my monthly membership, weaving the Rose and Gnostic calendar with the Celtic Wheel of the Year, exploring all the different myths, deities, and archetypal energies that they embody, as well as working with all the cycles of Mother Earth, such as the solar, lunar, Venus, and Sirius cycles, so that you can work with them in your own life. So this week in the Philosophy Wheel of the Year, we find ourselves in the period between Imbolc, which is traditionally celebrated on the 1st of February, and the spring equinox, which will occur on the 20th of March this year, when the sun enters Aries. This week, we have the most incredibly powerful alignment of energies. Today, on the 16th of February, as I'm recording this, the planet Venus is in exact conjunction with the North Node of Destiny, which can bring karmic encounters within your relationships that serve as catalysts on your path of personal and spiritual growth. Then tomorrow, on the 17th of February, we have the new moon annular Ring of Fire solar eclipse in Aquarius, which is acting as the gateway into the Chinese Lunar New Year of the Fire Horse, and also happening on the same day of the Venus evening star rise in Pisces. Then on Wednesday, the 18th of February, we have the first Venus waxing moon conjunction in Pisces, when we'll step through the first Venus gate of Ascent in this Venus cycle, which is occurring on the same day that the sun enters Pisces and we celebrate Ash Wednesday, which in turn marks the beginning of the 40 days of Lent, inspired by the 40 days of the Venus retrograde. So beginning with today's Venus conjunction with the North Node of Destiny, which is occurring in Pisces, Venus is inviting you to become conscious of and release any fantasies that you may have projected onto a relationship or onto the concept of love, and to relate in new ways that are grounded in reality and your values. It's so easy to project a fantasy onto someone we're in relationship with, which is often the case at the beginning of a relationship. But as time passes, the honeymoon period comes to an end and our love deepens and matures, we often go through this necessary process, which is embodied also in the Four of Cups tarot card, when we have to remove our rose-tinted glasses, peel off all veils of illusion and projected fantasies, and perceive our partner, relationship, and indeed ourselves through a more realistic lens. This process can often trigger feelings of disappointment, but in truth, we are simply anchoring our love into a much more grounded and stable foundation that honors both the light and shadow aspects embodied in our partner and in ourselves. It is only then, through this more realistic lens, that we can begin to relate in new ways that are aligned to our actual needs and values. So I would love to invite you to take some time to reflect on your relationships, both romantic and platonic, and see where you might have been projecting a fantasy onto a person or a relationship. Projections are usually signposts for something that we are actually seeking inside of ourselves. So as we become conscious of our projections, we can start to take back our power and to fulfill our own needs instead of projecting an unrealistic expectation onto someone else and then feeling disappointed or resentful when they don't live up to our projected fantasy. Now, turning to the 17th of February and this incredibly powerful new moon annular ring of fire solar eclipse in Aquarius, ruled by Uranus. So this marks the first eclipse season of 2026. It's also acting as the gateway into the Chinese Lunar New Year of the Fire Horse and is occurring on the first day that Venus will be visible as the evening star in the night skies. This new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius is creating a powerful energetic opportunity for you to quantum leap into the timeline of your future self, which the past year of the wood snake has been preparing you for through all the shedding of the past you've been forced to do. You are about to step through the gateway into a new chapter in your soul story on this earth walk, which could feel simultaneously exciting, liberating, but also potentially destabilizing. You're being invited to embody your authentic self at an even deeper level, to trust in source, your soul, and guides, and to open to the possibility of a radical quantum leap, which could catapult you onto a deeper spiritual journey of soul evolution. This new moon solar eclipse will create what's known as a ring of fire, with the shadow of the moon obscuring the central part of the sun, leaving a ring of fire surrounding it, which some astrologers believe amplifies the energies of the eclipse. Eclipses always occur in alignment with the lunar nodes. The south node symbolizes our past and our comfort zone of familiarity, but it is also where we can become stuck. The north node symbolizes the unknown future that we're being called to step into as we dare to embody new aspects of self. With the north node in Pisces being activated by this new moon solar eclipse, you're being invited to quieten your logical, rational left brain, which likes to try to plan and control everything, and instead to surrender to the new timeline that is beckoning to you, trusting in your intuitive nudges and in the synchronicities that magically appear in your life, and to step bravely onto your new path in full trust and surrender to its unfolding. Like all eclipses, this is the beginning of a 6-month journey, and with it occurring in Aquarius, its energies inspire you to embody your unique, authentic self and to collaborate with other like-minded visionaries in your community to co-create new ways of communicating and working together to bring about positive, collective change. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, the Great Awakener. So expect sudden awakenings and events happening, especially within your relationships, that empower you to liberate yourself from anything that is holding you back and to fully embody your authentic self and express your gnosis for the good of all through revolutionary new ways. This new moon solar eclipse is also acting as the gateway into the Chinese Lunar New Year of the Fire Horse. In Chinese astrology, the zodiac cycles annually and sequentially through one of 12 animal signs: rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, goat, monkey, rooster, dog, and pig, alternating between gentle yin and active yang energies. Each animal sign also cycles through 5 elements: wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. So it takes 60 years to cycle through each animal and its 5 elemental energies. This Chinese lunar year is the year of the fire horse, which embodies the yang energies of action, change, intensity, and progress. The horse typically embodies confident, independent, dynamic, and forward-thinking energies, with the fire element weaving in a sense of passion, intensity, and motivation. In Chinese astrology, the horse combines courage and passion with eloquence and a strong moral compass, empowering you to lead and advocate on behalf of others, which weaves in beautifully with these new moon energies in Aquarius and their emphasis on being in service to the collective. Similar to Sagittarius, my sun sign, the horse loves freedom, adventure, and spontaneity, and can become bored easily. So the challenge in a fire horse year is to stay focused and continue a task before galloping off on your next adventure. There is also a need to learn to rein yourself in and pace yourself instead of being swept up too fast by the energies of the fire horse and either burning out or sustaining an injury, which was a lesson horse taught me last week when I went horse riding for the first time since I had to rehome my 3 horses 10 years ago. My little girl and Sagittarian self was so excited to be riding again that I threw all caution to the wind and cantered so fast that I ended up slipping a disc in my back. The very strong message I received was that galloping full pelt into the year of the fire horse is not a sensible strategy. So I took back the advice I shared at the end of my last Sunday's newsletter when I'd urged my clients to prepare to ride hard and fast when the fire horse gallops into their lives. Please don't. Please learn from my mistake and pace yourself accordingly, building up your physical and psychic strength slowly so that your body and nervous system can actually cope when the pace quickens. We have been through an incredibly challenging year of the snake, and although we're being invited to quantum leap through this Aquarius-Uranus eclipse into the year of the fire horse, I feel the lesson my beautiful horse Blue taught me on Friday was to hold a steady and sensible course. The new moon eclipse and year of the fire horse occur on the same day as the Venus evening star rise in Pisces, when Venus will be visible for the first time in the evening skies, following her sojourn in the underworld, where she was hidden from sight behind the glare of the sun. Then on the following day, on the 18th of February, we have the first Venus waxing moon conjunction, when we'll step through the first Venus gate of Ascent with Inanna Ishtar, known as the gate of manifestation, working with our root chakra. This Venus moon conjunction occurs on the same day as the sun enters Pisces, while we're still working with the energies of Imbolc on the Celtic wheel of the year. So this Venus gate is empowering you to connect to the magic and mystery of Mother Earth, your ancestors, and your soul's place in the world. This is a really interesting weaving, as the mystical energies of watery Pisces appear to be at odds with the solid earthy energies of the root chakra. And yet, you are being invited to begin your Venus journey of ascent by connecting to the magical realms of spirit, your ancestors, and your inner maiden muse, who remembers the magic and the mystery of the cosmos, who feels intuitively, who creates through play, and who allows the gift of poetry and song to move her emotions through her body, eliciting a deep sense of love and compassion. This is the mystical gateway through which Venus is inviting you to step into deeper relationship with your body, your ancestral bloodlines and lands, and the wider community. With this particular first gate of ascent in this Venus cycle, It's not about creating a strong, practical foundation in which to ground your journey. Instead, Venus is inviting you to actually anchor your journey in the invisible realms, where the souls of your ancestors and all the invisible beings of Mother Earth dwell. To root into your body through the emotions that you feel when you open to experience the magic and mystery of life through your imaginal world and creative expression. As the final zodiac sign in the solar cycle, Pisces also invites you to reflect back on the past solar year, to elicit the gifts, wisdom, and gnosis from all that you have experienced, and to prepare for your resurrection at the spring equinox with a heart full of love and compassion for yourself and others, gathered from your lived, felt experience. In relation to the Venus cycle, Pisces is therefore inviting you to reflect back on the past Venus journey of descent, to elicit the gnosis from all that you experienced, and to embark on your journey of ascent, to share your gnosis in the world with love and compassion. Ruled by Jupiter, the planet of spirituality and wisdom, Pisces is asking you to begin your journey of ascent by returning to source, to your soul, to your authentic self, in full trust and surrender, quietening your logical, analytical left brain in order to deeply feel all your emotions and your interconnectedness with all beings, visible and non-visible. In preparation for this incredibly powerful energetic portal, I've been listening to a 20-minute Syrian clearing meditation every morning for the past 7 days, releasing all negative energies and attachments from all past timelines so that I'm energetically as clear as possible to quantum leap through this eclipse portal, which is its primary gift to us. If you haven't already, I'd recommend engaging in a similar energetic clearing ritual. I love to listen to my clearing meditation whilst I'm out walking the land, releasing all the negative energies to the earth to compost them. On Tuesday, I'll be creating a fire ritual of release and rebirth in the chapel with my daughters, releasing the past Venus journey of descent and lunar year of the wood snake, shedding any remaining skins of identity that my soul can no longer thrive in, before rebirthing myself into the new Venus cycle of ascent and lunar year of the fire horse at 12:12 GMT, the master number, when the eclipse is exact. That evening, I'll be guiding my members on this same ritual journey as we step through the first Venus gate of ascent with the fire horse in our live webinar. If you'd like to join me live on Tuesday, and indeed for the whole of the Venus journey of ascent, you're so welcome to enroll in my Return to the Rose Garden monthly membership via the link in the show notes, through which I guide you on a cyclical journey around my philosophy wheel of the year, working with all the myths, deities, and archetypal energies, as well as with all the cycles of Mother Earth. But now I'm going to lead you on a short guided journey with the fire horse to receive its wisdom and guidance for you for this lunar year ahead. So just inviting you now to close your eyes if you're able, and just starting to focus on your breath. Taking some deep breaths in through your nose, down to your belly, and out through your mouth. Allowing your breath to guide you to that still point deep within. As you call to your soul, your ancestors, your guides, your primary deities. Giving thanks to your soul for contracting to be on this journey. for creating this sacred time to journey with your soul through this powerful new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius, as we step into the lunar year of the fire horse and on to our Venus journey of ascent. Calling this night to the energies of Aquarius, of its ruler Uranus, calling to the energies of the fire horse, and calling to our celestial guide, Venus, bright Queen of Heaven. Opening to receive any wisdom, any guidance that the fire horse has for us at this beginning of our journey with them through this coming lunar year. And praying that all that we receive this night flows within us and through us for the good of all beings and for this earth. Blessed be. And just inviting you to visualize yourself now standing at the edge of a sacred forest, and with every breath just beginning your descent down the path that winds its way through the trees, becoming aware of an animal guide who's come to accompany and protect you as you journey deeper and deeper into the sacred forest of your soul, until eventually you come to the center of this sacred forest, and just noticing in the center an incredible illuminated ring of fire. And as you stand there gazing at this ring of fire, just taking some time now to gaze backwards at the year of the wood snake, remembering all the challenges that you faced that came as the catalysts to empower you to shed all the skins of identity that were no longer serving you. So just spending the next couple of minutes as you listen to the music, just allowing those scenes to appear, remembering all the lessons you learned, remembering all the veils of illusion, of outdated thoughts, beliefs, behaviors that you released, all the masks, and just allowing that wood snake to show you all the gifts, all the blessings that it brought you through those challenges. And as you're reminded of those memories, those challenges, consciously choosing to gather the gnosis, the wisdom, the gifts from those experiences to carry forward with you into this new lunar year of the fire horse. And now consciously leaving that past year of the wood snake firmly in the past, leaving all those memories of any challenges you faced, leaving all those past identities, those past shadow beliefs, thoughts, behaviors, masks in the past. And now turning and facing that ring of fire, carrying your cornucopia that is laden with all the gifts, the blessings, the wisdom and the gnosis, this new identity, your new beliefs, thoughts, behaviors that you embody now in this new version of your authentic self, this stronger, more powerful, more authentic embodiment of your soul and essential self. And as you stare at that ring of fire, watching now as the fire horse gallops towards you from the distance, getting closer and closer to you, until eventually it arrives on the other side of that ring of fire and comes to a standstill, staring at you through that ring of fire, and just inviting you to spend some time now, firstly noticing how your own unique fire horse appears to you, perhaps what color it is, the color of its eyes. It may give you its name, It is coming as your primary guide for this lunar year ahead. So just noticing what archetypal energies it embodies, how it appears to you in its physical form. And then listening now, listening to this powerful guidance and wisdom that the fire horse is here to share with you. What does this year of the fire horse mean to you uniquely? What archetypal energies are you being invited by the fire horse to step into more fully, to embody? What is the guidance and wisdom that it wants to share with you? What is it inviting you to be, to do, to share in the world? So for the next couple of minutes, as you listen to the music, listening now, listening to the message that the fire horse has for you as you stand on this threshold of journeying with it through this coming lunar year. And now receiving a gift from the fire horse to carry with you for this year, to remind you of this message, of the wisdom and guidance that the fire horse has shared with you. Taking this gift and placing it in your heart chakra. And now watching as the fire horse steps through that ring of fire. And as you stand beside it, now climbing up onto the back of your fire horse, feeling the strength, the power of this horse beneath you, feeling how your legs grasp onto the strength of its body, how your body becomes one with the horse. Feeling your hands through its mane, holding on tightly. Feeling how your energetic bodies become one as you yourself begin to embody the energies of the fire horse, and feeling those energies activating every cell of your body. And then when you're ready, beginning to feel as the fire horse begins to walk forward, gathering pace now as it begins to trot. Quickening its pace now into a canter. Before it now starts to gallop through that ring of fire and across the wild plains of the wilderness, carrying you into your future self. Quantum leaping into your new timeline. A timeline where you are empowered to embody your authentic self at an even deeper level, to share your gnosis in the world for the good of all beings and for the collective. And seeing that new dawn rising ahead of you. Seeing the first glimmer of Venus, bright queen of heaven, shining as the evening star in the night skies, guiding you, beckoning to you to begin your Venus journey of ascent back up those 7 gates, reclaiming, re-envisioning, dreaming, calling back all those parts of self, until you rebirth yourself once more as queen, as your empowered, authentic self, returning once more to the rose garden of your soul. And now feeling as the fire horse begins to slow their pace from the gallop back down to the canter, now back down to trotting, and then slowly coming back to a walk, knowing and trusting that you can keep coming into this sacred space to keep journeying with the fire horse throughout this coming lunar year, to keep receiving its wisdom and guidance as it journeys with you. But for now, giving thanks to the fire horse, giving thanks to your soul, to your ancestors, guides and deities, giving thanks to the energies of Aquarius, Uranus, of the fire horse, of Venus, bright queen of heaven. starting to take a deep breath in, finding yourself once more back in that sacred forest, giving thanks to your animal guide, taking another deep breath in, coming back into your body, into this present moment, stretching out your arms, your fingers, and then when you're ready, gently opening your eyes. Welcome back, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. My deepest gratitude, as always, to my beloved sister Shireen for inviting me to record this episode for her Law of Positivism podcast. And if you would like to step through this first Venus gate of Ascent with me, and indeed join me for the whole of the Venus journey of Ascent, then you are so welcome to enroll in my Return to the Rose Garden monthly membership via my website, annabeldeboulay.com. But for now, I'm just sending you so much love from the Avalon Rose Chapel and deep, deep blessings of release and rebirth through this exceptionally powerful portal of the new Moon Solar Eclipse in Aquarius, Chinese Lunar New Year of the Fire Horse, and the beginning of your Venus journey of Ascent back up the 7 gates of Inanna Ishtar, as you quantum leap into a new timeline and are empowered to embody your authentic self at an even deeper level in order to bring about much needed positive change within the collective. Blessed be.